Hello and welcome to One Man's Collection. Today I am looking at the Formula One car collection issue number 51. This is the Graham Hill Lotus 49B from 1968. So it looks like a Ford Lotus. I do have a 143 scale die-cast vehicle here. Going to take a closer look at it towards the end of the video, but we're briefly going to go through the magazine, show what was in this issue. Excuse me. So the season is 1968. Technical focus on the Lotus 49B. Team Lotus. Circuit in this particular issue is the Ruin Les Essart. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but 1952. And the story so far of F1 is the 2000 Ferrari's title 21 years later. I'm not going to read everything in detail. You'll have to pause to read the article if you need to do that. But if not, I'll just show you what you do get in this issue. Revolutions of 68, Lotus invented sponsorship and became the instigators of the momentous change. The tragic death of Jim Clark left its scars on the season. Continuing the great man's legacy was Graham Hill, who took the title with typical British grit. Look at the wing on that thing. So it almost looks like the same car, but there's a massive wing up the back. Guess it's for the downforce track for that one. Lotus 49B Graham Hill 68 season. The new engine was designed by Mike Coston and Keith Duckworth. The name Cosworth being a portmanteau of the surnames. Is that where it comes from? Coston and Duckworth is a Cosworth. No way. Huh. You learn something new every day. It's actually designed exclusively for Lotus, at least at the start, thanks to the strong links with the manufacturer had with Ford, which in turn completely financed the the design project. Wow. Yeah, Ford Cosworth. Very nice. Traditional helmet in the midnight blue for Hill. Stylish oar blades in honour of the London Rowing Club, in which he had been a member in his youth. Good on him. Return of the Bear. After sensationally snatching 1967 world title from his team leader, Jack Brabham, Dennis Holm moved to McLaren, managed by his friend and countryman Bruce McLaren from New Zealand. Behind the wheel of the orange single-seaters, the Bear orchestrated a remarkable comeback that took him to the top spot in driver's standings just 2 races from the end of the season. However, the tough Kiwi was denied a second world crown because of 2 successive retirements at Watkins and Mexico City. What a shame. The Bear. I'm not going to read any of that. I'm just going to keep moving. You can actually pause. All right, team focus. The engine is a rear longitudinal Ford Cosworth DFV 8-cylinder V90, 2.993cc. So just under 3-litre V8. 512 kilograms total. We do have a fold out here. A bit of a schematic. It's a shame this one doesn't have a wing on it. Wing version would be cool. I think I've got another one with a wing on it. Not this particular car, but one from about the right period. This is what I'm getting here, this ducktail. The pronounced rear end of the Lotus 49B at Monticello in 1968 was reminiscent of the shape and function of the rear end of the Lotus 56 turbine seen in Indianapolis that same year. There you go. Team Lotus, before the end, having lost their Honda engines, Lotus were forced to fall back to Judd V8 and then Lamborghini's V12 units. However, a string of management changes and increasingly serious financial problems sealed the fate of the once glorious team. Yeah. What a shame we don't have things like the Lamborghini engines anymore. Actually, it's a shame we don't have all the different type of engines. They're all got to be the same now. All got to be about the same, everything. You may as well just run one engine. Where's the innovation? Let them choose whatever. Normandy Street Circus. Normandy. All right. Located at Les Azat? I'm terrible with French. About 15 kilometres or 9 miles south of Rouen in Normandy, France. So the circuit would first appeared in the World Championship calendar in 1952, becoming the second location to host the French Grand Prix after Reims. No, I can't do it. Terrible with names, but I apologise if you are French or Italian or any of the other names I've butchered over these magazine series. But hey, I am reading Formula One. There's got to be people from all over the place. Story, all right, moving on. 2000, Ferrari's title 21 years later. Red Celebration, the driver title had eluded Ferrari since 1979 with Jody Scheckter era. After umpteen fruitless attempts by the team, Michael Schumacher came up with the goods, but only after a relentless duel with unyielding Mika Hakkinen. Yeah, and then he pretty much dominated for years. 108 points to Mika Häkkinen's 89 points, David Coulthard in 73, Rubens Barrichello on 62, and Ralph Schumacher in the Williams BMW on 24. Awesome. And the Constructors' Championship at 170 over McLaren's 152 and Williams 36. Yeah. Coming in part 52, we got the John Watson Penske PC4. And in 53, we've got the Nelson P.K. Williams FW11B from 87. I'll show those over the next couple of weeks. But first of all, let's take a look at this Diecast car. See how much detail we do have. It's an interesting yellow window we got on that all the way around. Guessing that helped against sun glare, maybe. Sponsorship, Team Lotus on there. Wheels are Firestone. Sorry, tyres are Firestone. Wheels are 4-spoke deep dish at the front and 0-spoke at the back. Hard to actually see on the, there we go. Moving around to the back, there's that ducktail thing. And underneath, you've got a decent amount of scaffolding and exhaust pipes. Actually, the exhaust pipes are all black on this one. Completely black. Trumpets on the top. Doesn't look very shiny. Oh, I've got a bit of dust on it maybe. Yeah, it's probably. I tried to dust it before. I think we've got an exhaust pipe running down. Is it an exhaust pipe? No, it would be cooling pipe, I'm guessing. Coming from a front radiator. Maybe. I don't know about that. I'm guessing it's coming from one of these coolers. Oh, man, it's so hard to get that to... There we go. Oh, look, I'm going to put it on the turntable so you can have a closer look. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be back with issue 52, and we'll be making my way through the full collection over time. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.